Singapore Startup Pitch event officially begin right now. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Future South Future Tech Pavilion, which is held by Small and Medium Enterprise Administration of MOEA and Startup Terrace Kaohsiung. And good afternoon, I'm your host for today, Miss Taiwan Joyce. And I want to welcome everyone to join Taiwan Singapore Startup Pitch event today. Today, we are going to have 6 startup teams from Taiwan and also have 3 startup teams from Singapore, and they are going to join with us online, and they are going to come onto the stage, share about their ideas, their new products, their new technology. So these outstanding teams are selected by Taiwan Singapore Startup Exchange Program, and maybe some of our new friends are curious about or want to know more information about what is Taiwan Singapore Startup Exchange Program. So please let Joyce to have a brief introductions about Taiwan Singapore Startup Exchange Program. It is the first international exchange program of Startup Terrace Kaohsiung. So in the near future, through the two-way soft landing model, we will collaborate with ACE to cultivate high-quality startups with international energy. And today, we are really honored to have a lot of very important people to join us today. So first, let me introduce Deputy Minister of Ministry of Economic Affairs of Taiwan, Mr. Chen Zhenqi, to wave to everyone and say hello. The Director General of Small and Medium Enterprise Administration of MOEA, Dr. He Jingchang. Assistant Director of Action Community for Entrepreneurship, Ms. Yanling An, and she's joined us online. So, waving, hello. And next, I want to introduce CEO of Rainmaking Innovation Taiwan, Mr. Ken Zhuang. Welcome, welcome. Principal of WI Hopper, Mr. Kelvin Sun. Manager of Smart Capital, Mr. Wei Du. Saying hello to everyone. Co-founder of Sansino Venture, Miss Kami Lu. Investment Manager of AVA, Mr. Jeff Zhuang. Of course, also our startups and guests from Singapore online. Maybe we give them a round of applause to say hello. So next, I want to invite Deputy Minister of Ministry of Economic Affairs of Taiwan, Mr. Chen Zhenqi, to give us some opening remarks. Let's welcome a round of applause.
Dr. He Jingchang, Director General of Small and Medium Enterprise Administration, Mr. Ken Zhuang, Rainmaking Innovation Taiwan, and Ms. Yanglin Ang of Singapore ACE. Well, it gives me great pleasure to be in this event today. For startup, when I was very little young, that means apprenticeship. You do all the house chores for your master, then you copy from your master. And nowadays, when we talk about startup, it means innovation. So my ministry is helping the startup by providing financial assistance. We have a small and medium enterprise credit guarantee fund. To provide financial support, we have the Small and Medium Enterprise Fund to host this kind of event, sponsor this kind of event, to help a matchmaking with the capital society, with other accelerators. And now, our policy, we are venture into international linkage. So it's great to see innovation, Rainmaking Innovation Taiwan, ACE, and Startup Terrace Kaohsiung to have a cooperation MOU.
We welcome everyone
This
turn on.
will be our future for the startup to venture into a prospective and promising future. And I wish everyone good health and every success of this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. And right now we have a lot of resources and energy, and we want to help our startup company to grow bigger. And also like to shine on the international stage. So thank you so much. So next, I want to welcome Board of Directors of Action Communities for Entrepreneurship, Ms. Yanling An, and she's online right now to give up some words. So a round of applause.
Yeah, hello, hi everyone. Thanks for joining this session. So I'm Yanling from ACE, the Singapore's National Startup Ecosystem Developer. So we've been mostly with Rainmaking Taiwan as well as Startup Terrace Kaohsiung to actually foster cross-border collaboration between Singapore and Taiwan for our startups to mutually assess each other's market. So we have this collaboration earlier this year, and right now we are supporting a group of 3 Singapore startups who are looking to expand into Taiwan, and subsequently a group of 5 Taiwan startups who are looking to expand into Singapore itself. So we will look forward to working closely with Rainmaking Taiwan and Startup Terrace Kaohsiung in the near future as well, apart from the market access programs itself. So yeah, thanks everyone for attending, and I wish everyone have a good pitching session.
Thank you, Board of Directors, and I believe and I hope we have more collaborations with Singapore and Taiwan. So right now I want to invite Deputy Minister of Ministry of Economic Affairs of Taiwan, Mr. Chan, and the Director General of Small and Medium Enterprise Administration of MOE, Dr. He Jingchang, to come to the stage. And we are going to have a little group photo. And right now I want to invite Top 5 of Taiwan Singapore Startup Pitch Events from Taiwan. I want to welcome Rix EV, A-Plus, Slab Digital Tech, Unigym, and My Pro Guide. These top 5 groups to come onto the stage. And they are our top 5 of Taiwan Singapore Startup Pitch event from Taiwan. So we are going to have a little group photos right now. So please look at our photographers. So we need a thumbs up. Wait a minute. I want to ask everyone to mask up for 1 photos. So you can do any pose as you wish because we are startups. We need to be energetic and a lot of new ideas. Just do whatever you want and show your energy. Okay, look at our photographers. 3, 2, 1, yay! Okay, thank you all of our distinguished guests and our top 5 groups. Please be seated. And right now I want to invite our photographers to come onto the stage. Right now we're going to have a group photos for everyone. So maybe we need to squeeze a little bit. 我们要挤一点吗？我们要集中在这边。好像只能这边，对不对？ So I want to invite our distinguished guest over here to move a little bit and maybe stand at the back is also okay, right? 站在后面也 OK. 那okay, English. So we are going to arrange a little bit. Is that so? Yeah, we might need to squeeze a little bit and look at our photographers. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay, maybe first we have a thumbs up, okay? Joyce is going to share some of our little guidelines right now. So our pitch events has some little rules, and presentation must be present in English. And every team have 10 minutes to share their ideas and products. And we will have some little hints when there is 3 minutes left. So we can look at our staffs over there. We have some little bands, and to remind you there are 3 minutes left. And also we have another hints for 1 minute left. And then time's up. So just make good use of your 10 minutes and attract everyone and let everyone love your stuff. Okay, so let's start the ball rolling. So right now I'm going to invite our first group, and they are from Singapore. So they are going to join us online. So that's welcome. Do you touch innovations? And when you're ready, you start to talk, and then we start the time.
Okay, hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you. I'm Igmun from DuTouch. Our key product is Finetics. It is an enterprise software for the automotive industry. It is the most comprehensive rental contract maintenance inventory automotive platform for car workshops, rental companies, and spare part companies. We were established in 2012, and we have a team of 15 in 7 countries. This is some of our team members, right? So we all know that in the automotive industry, right, if you go to a workshop or rental company today, everything is on paper. And of course, the inventory system is severely outdated. Most of the time, the stocks are not accurate. And many companies, what they do is they just have a standard accounting software. So we want to solve this problem. What we do is we will combine the leasing, auto repair, and spare part management, digitize it, and together with the finance system, all in a single platform. So what can we offer? We can offer a lot of a platform with a lot of modules, so they can mix and match based on the modules that they need. We can integrate with third parties, right? And here are some statistics. So Singapore is a very small place. We have about 1 million vehicles. So we have about 200,000 vehicle data in our system. And we have one of the largest set of automotive data source in Singapore. So basically, you don't know anything about automotive in Singapore, so most of the time, they will come and look for us. So our customers are the top tier rental companies in Singapore, and also many of the workshops which are multi-branches, petrol station workshops, auto bags. They are all reputable workshops. So over the years, we have built a lot of modules ranging from, as I mentioned earlier, rental contracts, quotations, work order management, finance, inventory, customer portal, etc. And we also do a lot of integration with banks, IoT devices, other ERP systems, etc., etc. So let me give you an idea how does the customers actually use us. So if you have ever booked a rental vehicle before, usually you go online, you need to do an online booking, just like your hotels, right? So we offer that solution to allow our customers to book their rental vehicles. And of course, at the same time, when all these bookings come into the back end, we allow them to manage the bookings, payments, and even handover of the vehicle digitally. So everything is digitized. We will also update the rental companies, the vehicle status. So if this rental company has 1,000 vehicles, what the main problem is they do not know what is happening to their vehicle, how many are actually available. We actually help them with that. And all the contracts, everything is actually digitized with e-signatures, where they sign, where they took over, everything is in the system. So recently, we also built a mobile app for them to take over the vehicle. So if you have been renting vehicles as well, you know that they have a piece of paper with a 2D diagram. Yeah. And so we digitize that. We allow you to take picture and to submit all this record e-signature and on the mobile app. So some other use case. So when we integrate with IoT devices, what we'll do is usually we'll take in the mileage, the location. So the mileage will help the rental companies to deal with the maintenance so that the vehicles are maintained on time, and location. So when the vehicle breaks down or if the vehicle disappears, we allow them to actually locate the vehicle so that they can repossess the vehicle. For workshops, so if I'm sure many of you drive, if you go to a workshop today, usually you drive in, but the more sophisticated workshops, what they do, they allow you to do e-booking. And when you enter the workshop, right, they will do everything digitally with an iPad. They will note down all your problems, right? They will do a checks, right? And we also cover modules including accident repairs, and that is one of the most lucrative part of the workshop business. So some other special use case. So in Singapore, we actually have this project where because in Singapore land is very precious, and what we did is this customer has a vertical warehouse. So whenever a work order is created, the mechanic will just scan on the barcode, and then the right parts will appear. So they're eliminating the problem where sometimes mechanics install the wrong parts, and sometimes they have to go over the place to look for the particular parts. For part management, we also enable them to do mobile stock in and out on Chrome-enabled mobile phone, right? So one of the major challenge that they have is when they receive the goods, sometimes in a container of 10 pallets, right? Their problem is they do not know how many go to customer A, how many go to customer B, and we allow them to sort all this out on the mobile device, and they can also deliver the product and do e-signature on the mobile solution as well, right? So who actually benefits from our system? So usually car rental companies with more than 100 vehicles and or workshop which are multi-branch or at least 5 person or more. If you are just a workshop with 1 person, usually they will not use us because it will be overkill, but for usually with 5. And we're happy to share that most of the time, in fact, until today, from day 1 to now, 99% of our customers have been with us until now. So how do we charge? We charge per vehicle pricing. So for rental companies, we charge them per vehicle. And for workshops and spare parts, we charge them per user. Some of the new things and future business model we are looking at is pay-per-use model. We are looking at also selling the vehicle repair history to car sales portal. We also have actually a pool of blacklisted drivers and hirer information in our system, and we can share with you market analysis of what's happening in the automotive world. And here are some of the players in our ecosystem that we hope to breach further, right? Including insurers, e-commerce stores, and etc. And that's it. Thank you.
Have a lot of paperwork, the process is really complicated, but they provide some services to make it easier to digitalization of automotive after-sales services. So that's thank you again from Due Charge. So second, I want to welcome also our teams from Singapore, and they're going to join us online. MPIX Innovation, a round of applause.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Cdib. I'm the Corporate and Business Development Director. Thank you to the organizer for giving us this opportunity to present. MPIX essentially is an analog semiconductor product company. And our sole aim is to enable our customers to use to develop for our customers innovative semiconductor products that requires deep knowledge of the physical effects of materials. So founded in October 16, 2019, we are headquartered out of Singapore by a couple of industrial veterans who are each have more than 30 years of experience in the semiconductor design and manufacturing of integrated circuit for the automotive, industrial, and medical market. Slightly more than 2 years old, but we have achieved a number of significant milestones, primarily with silicon tape-out on high-speed isolation. We have a number of customer projects and in-house projects ongoing, taped out several patents, 3 lead customers in the North Asia region. In fact, most of them are public listed with good outreach of the market. And we have since grown to 15 headcounts. Significantly, all of them are in design. And collectively, we have more than 300 years of collective experience. And that tells you something because we are fairly equipped with very experienced lead designers, and we are equipped to scale as the needs and the opportunity arises. Now, let me bring you into one of the 3 technologies that we building in-house, isolation technology. Now, isolation, if you are familiar with the power technology, is an essential part of electronics for the power that protects the high performance, low voltage digital circuitry from the high voltage power supply. And that is a market that essentially will not go away as the electrification of human activities goes on, primarily in the robotics, the electric vehicles, the power supply, and so on. So we have this key technology that we have patented, that's the paddy field. And in isolation technology, I have, if you look on the left side of the chart, there are three common technology: optical, magnetic, and capacitive. Each has its advantages, and particularly optical has been in the market for a long time, so it's very stable. But the challenges, if you will look at it, is in terms of performance, it has not evolved a lot. So in-come paddy field, our in-house technology, we have highlighted the advantage. And if you look across the board, yes, we highlighted every single aspect. But I will zoom you in on the third and second last, which is a semiconductor process and the package. Paddy field brings with its high performance the ability to use what is standard in the industry. And what does that mean? That means capacity. You are not limited to the specialized fab that you have started with. And cost-wise, potentially you can go lower because these are using standard processes. And in particular, the semiconductor process, when you have a standard process, means you can do higher integration of capabilities that you were not able to do before with isolation technology from optical or even magnetic. So if you look at the picture on the left below, we have shown the ability to integrate things like sensors, which in a high performance electrical vehicle, for example, or power supply or robotics, you need a lot of sensors to ensure the performance. So we study into the market. If you look at the links below, industrial data show that the total market for paddy field potentially is a $39 billion market. And if we will separate it into the isolation IC and the power module, the isolation IC would be a $3 billion market by itself. So we see that there is a good headway for us to simply go in and replace or expand the market for the galvanic isolation for 1 to 2 channels. And with the ability to integrate, we can address the $36 billion market. So looking at where we are today from the market access that we have as it is, we already see a market potential of 700 million. So moving along, we have a UVC sensor, which we developed in-house in conjunction with all the power and the sensors capability that we have. A UVC sensor is a critical piece of today's market where we are beginning to see that UVC disinfection process is becoming more and more accepted. But the problem today in the market is there is no cost-efficient, repeatable, measurable feedback that allows the disinfection system to accurately understand whether the correct disinfection has taken process. So with Project Lavender, we will provide that closed-loop feedback that currently there is not available in the market. So in conjunction with the IC chip, MPIX is also developing a complete module with Bluetooth interfaces that readily fits back into the solution integration market. The third technology we developed in-house is a dual mode time of flight and infrared sensing, typically targeted for application whereby you need constant fast feedback and low power because of battery operation environment in the industrial arena. We jointly developed that with XFAB. And a bit about the technology, it essentially has a 2 mode. The first mode does the infrared sensing, identify the area of the processor that needs time of flight sensing and only process those areas, therefore giving you faster feedback utilizing lower power. So As I shared earlier in my second and third slide, that we have a number of projects ongoing, including custom. So where are we today? So if you look at this chart, we have a number of projects both for customer product, and our in-house development. So you can see that at the bottom green zone, we have industrial product and automotive product currently being developed for customers in the North Asia region. And in conjunction with that, we are building in-house products and also complementary products for the automotive, as you can see in the top gray zone. We manage all this. As I mentioned earlier, collectively, the team has more than 300 years of experience. Means that on the average, our engineer has more than 20 years experience. Of course, we have younger engineers who have a few years, but we have a number of lead designers who have 30 or more experience. And not just in the design, but also in the manufacturing, packaging, and also in the quality process. So within MPIX itself, we have the total capability taking a product from specification all the way to delivery to the end customers. But of course, our working model depends on each customer that we work with. This is the last slide that I want to share, the management team. The two gentlemen on the left, Richard Lam and Tan Hong Xia, are the co-founders. Richard has more than 30 years of design experience, whereas Hong Xia is into operations and package R&D. In fact, some of the package which Hong Xia has developed and patented are used actually within the spacecraft, primarily the Voyager, that is still in space right now. Myself, I'm Casey Tay, I've mentioned, and Teresa Lim round up the management team. Although she's in HR and finance, she started as a technical person in QA within Broadcom. So that's my last slide. And if you need to contact me to find more information, this is my contact information. Thank you very much.
So let's put our hands together for MPIX. Another groups from Singapore as well, and they are going to join us online. So that's welcome. Lesson plan. So if you're ready, you can start your presentation, and we're going to start the timer.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mike. I represent Lesson Plan. I'm the co-founder and chief marketing officer of Lesson Plan. So just want to introduce also the founding team, right? So we have Han Rong, which is the coach, right? He was a coach and he also co-founded Lesson Plan to bring the expertise of coaching into the marketplace. And then we have Danny, who is the CEO, right? He previously was a very experienced sales director in the leading companies, and he leads the business development of the company. Then that's me. I also run a marketing agency in Singapore serving regional clients, right? So I have the expertise in marketing. So what is the story that for Lesson Plan, right? So initially, Han Rong was a swim coach. You know, he has a couple of students, 60 students that he got through word of mouth when he's growing his business. And then until a point, you know, he met Danny. And then Danny talked to him and said, hey, why not we guys form a school, right? And then they started it. They do all sort of things and grew the business from for the swim coach from 60 students to 500 students in 5 years. And then they kind of was stuck there, you know, it's 500 students every year from then on. Then they kind of know me through some contacts, and we together I helped them grow another 500 more students in 6 months. Right, so that's where we found that, hey, actually we have something. You know, they Han Rong know the coaching expertise, what the coach needs. Danny know the business model of running such a business, and then I know the marketing expertise to bring more acquisition, more parents to the business, right? So we were thinking about how can we do this for a larger scale to the wider community of coaching business in Singapore and beyond, right? So that's where Lesson Plan is born. Right, so the idea of Lesson Plan is to help all the teachers or the coaches to make it easy for them to market their business, their classes, and then for parents to find classes easily, right? and we are focusing on the parent market, right? So what is the problem today in the market, right? For parents, I think parenting is really already a hard job by itself. I'm a young parent. I have a 2.5 years old. Danny has a similar one. So we know how hard it is to be a parent even with a young kid, right? And then we have to work. So when you have these different things going in your mind, it's very hard for you to focus on the, like, for example, what do you want to, what enrichment course do you want your kid to have, and so on. And the internet make it harder to find classes, right? Because everyone has different classes posted on, let's say, Facebook group to listing sites and so on. There's no one-stop area or place where you can go to and review all the classes on the market, like Amazon, right, or Lazada, for example. And then you have the problem with the children today, right? They have too much screen time, right? A lot of enrichment focus on academic, and then they transfer that into the screen time, right? So now kids are always on the screen. Even my 2.5 years old are already on screen, right? You also want the kids to, have a place to go and expend their energy, right? Kids nowadays have a lot of energy, and they need a lot of time, for them to focus on. So what's better is to get them onto the field, go and learn the swimming, expend their energy, physical energy, and then by the time they come back, they'll be more tired and probably easier sleep earlier, and it's just good for parents, right? Then we have the problem for teachers. Teachers are very good at coaching, right? They know what they are, how to teach the kids, but they are not very good at marketing themselves, right? So some are very good coach, actually they are not known in the market. You only know them through word of mouth, which is very difficult, right? And it takes a long time for you to build word of mouth influence. Then there's also when the teacher get a lot more students, then the administrative work become a problem, right? You need to collect money, you need to know who has paid and who have which kid is at which stage of their classes in terms of their capability and so on, and then which parent do you need to get back to. All these administrative work slows down the teacher's time, right? So what we're trying to solve with lesson plan, the solution is a marketplace that brings the parents and the teachers together, right? We are trying to personalize the classes for the parents through data, right? So for example, for the parents, right, you can easily find and book a class on the site, and the class are instantly confirmed. There's no need to wait for the coach to call you and talk to you about whether their slots are available or not. Instantly, you can confirm the class. And you also get a peer-to-peer review, right, which is kind of replacing the word of mouth on a marketplace, right? So today you go to marketplace like Amazon, it's very standard. There are reviews, and people look at reviews, they trust the reviews, and then they buy the product. Similarly, for classes, we want to adopt that feature as well. Now, for the teachers and schools, we want to help them fill their empty slots. So a lot of schools and teachers, they have empty slots where they have like 5 paying customers, but they can actually get 5 more students to make up the class. So there's a loss of revenue there. By listing the classes on lesson plan, we help them fill these empty slots. And on the back end, we help them simplify their business. We have payment gateway, we have automated subscription model for teachers to use, and we have a financing report which they can use for their accounting purpose. It's just a click of a button, so it's very simple, and it simplify all the administrative stuff that they don't want to do or they are not capable to do. And not forgetting that lesson plan as a marketplace, we help them market to the parents. So they do not need to find the students themselves, we will help them market it. So this is the platform. You simply go to the website, you search by subject, time, or location, and then the listings will appear. You can review the listing based on reviews, pricing, and coach name even. And lastly, you just click the class and go in the book and pay the classes, put in your kids' names and so on, and that's done, right? A class has been booked. The parents have booked a class, the email confirmation will be sent. Then you just need to show up at the class next week, for example. On the coach side, you will receive a notification and tells you that a student has enrolled. And then nothing you need to do, just show up at the swimming pool, for example, next week. The student will arrive, and then you can start the class. So what is the market for this industry is actually quite big. We are projecting about 20 billion, just about 10% of the market share. And just one thing to note, this 200 billion enrichment marketplace is actually 70% of this market is actually offline, right? So there's a lot more opportunity in the offline market than the online academic market. Some of our competitors, these are competitors in different fields. They have courses, marketplace, but they do not address, for example, the offline market, which is a ton bigger. They focus only on adult fitness, not the children. They can provide listings, but not confirm the transaction online. So we make it easy for the parents to find, easy to buy, and easy to manage their kids' classes. For the teachers, we make it easy for them to sell, to manage their class, and get paid on time, every day. Yeah, so this is our business model. We have different tier. We even have a free tier to encourage all coaches to join us. And then we have a freelancing tier for $20 a month. People can use some listings, verification listing. And then you have a final tier for schools, right? When they need to manage coaches, they have 10 coaches, 20 coaches, and do automation of payment and invoicing. Some of the growth tactics that we have, we do co-marketing with schools and other freelance teachers. So we utilize the marketing budget that they already have for our marketing purpose. But we also leverage other marketplaces that are more generic, for example, Craigslist or Carousel, and then we push the specific listings to a lesson plan as a sports enrichment listings and marketplace. We focus on changing the way the schools are doing things now. So we try to go in there with a change management mindset to help the school adopt the technology. We also work with partners in government and association in Singapore to help them push through the adoption of digitization. These are some of the merchants. We already are the top 10. We already have top 10 schools of swimming schools in our platform, and it's already the largest swimming classes in Singapore. These are some of the testimonials from our customers. And particularly, I think I want to focus on the middle one, which is about 68 years old. If he can use it, everyone can use it. He's a coach, by the way. Yep, that's all for us. I hope you like the presentation and feel free to connect with us and to know more about lesson plan. Thank you.
Okay, let's put our hands together for a lesson plan. They want to.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Ming from Rix EV, your custom EV powertrain lookbook. From our current project, we do the engineering design service for our project. So from hybrid two-wheel, logistics scooter, and tri scooter, and electric dirt bike, commercial van, and even a specialty EV like agriculture drone is all in our customer profile. So from those services that we found out that there is a key elements from vehicle OEM. They are very good at their chassis design and the exterior design, but they don't have the experience to how to put the EV powertrain integrated with their vehicle design. So in this project, we help them out to design and integrate in their own vehicle design. And the next case is our state's customer. They are from the motorbike industry. And then we help them out exactly the same as we integrate the EV powertrain into like light EV powertrain bike. So from those experiences, we found out there is a problem. Traditional OEM or the new common player, they want to enter EV player. They had small limited knowledge to integrate with the powertrain into their vehicle. So the existing solution from them is that first they will do the trial and error. So they will build in-house. They will try the battery pack, the power, the motor, but it costs lots of time, and also we have lots of the safety issue. For example, battery explosion or motor out of control. Second, they will rely on the EV supply chain. So we know some of the supply chain, they have their development of motor, battery pack. So they will rely on those supply chain to integrate by themselves. But in the higher level, they don't have the vehicle view to come out to integration issues. So they were facing lots of problems for a single project by doing lots of prototyping. Millions of dollars by time and resource will come out from the prototyping. So our solution is we will build a simple AI model platform to help the customer to generate their list. So first of all, they will input the vehicle spec, like speed, weight, power. And they will have the selection, like motor, controller, battery, VCU. We will see in the next page. So they will have their design project, like this is maybe they wanted for their project back. So they will put the data inside, and they will have the generate selection like VCU, battery, and the controller also with the motor. Why us? Like for our competencies, it's like because our current project is still running, and then we have the real world numbers. So we do the dyno testing, and when we do the tuning, also we do the NEDC drive cycle. So those data we'll put in our AI platform, and then to have the algorithm to come out the true data. And then our point of view to help the customer to have the customizations of their powertrain system. So this is the things that they will come out from the platform, and they can choose by themselves for their most suitable bike. Our target audience is focused on the light electric vehicle. From micro-mobility, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, and the mini EV is all our customer segment. And mostly in this segment, we found out that there is also non-traditional player, like sharing company, some like Gojek or Wemo. This is the new player in this world that they might consume or plan the order to have this kind of light EV project. For our business model, we have two main stream income. First is our SaaS platform. So our AI modeling will based on the monthly subscription fee. Also, if they want to have engineering consulting, that we can provide them for this kind of the service for the total vehicle design. So the data will from the platform into the consulting firm. Also, if we have the current project, we will also input the data into the platform. So those two main streams will help each out, like the data validation. About this market, total available market here now is the USD $80 billion. The serviceable market is half. So it's like 14 billion USD dollar. We exclude the light bicycle side because it's more modularized in the industry. And for our target serviceable market is 0.300, and then it will become USD 12 million serviceable market. Our target plan is that this year we start to explore from Asian, and then from Singapore entry, we would like to have some connection with the market, also with the funding from the government. And also we will from there into the Asian market, the new player in this area. Also we will start from there, from Asia to other world. So currently, our revenue expectation is that we will have this new model, and then in the near 2 years that we will exit the AI model from our current engineering service. Sorry. And the current revenue now we have is $500,000 USD, and it's around like 50 million NTD. Probably the gross profit is 30 to 35. Our team is we have the experienced vehicle industry leader, and he's doing the project management and the APQP process. And we have the technology lead is Gigi for the system design, and then me and Serena will do the business strategy and the operation. And our RD team is we will have our those members, like all of them is from the vehicle industry, and every one of them from traditional vehicle industry into the EV industry. We all have the experience to work out with the customer. So this is our strength, like how can we help the customer into the EV technology and also integrate with their design and service. So, next page. Rex EV develops a quick and simple AI model for the light EV customer and to integrate customer electric powertrain in their vehicles. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rex Evie, for everybody to symbolize this kind of things, because at first it's time consuming and also using a lot of money. And their booth is over there. So if you want to know more information, I think you can just know more information from their booth. And before I introduce our next group, I want to introduce the Vice President of Cdib Capital Group, Mr. T.T. Zhang, to say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we are going to have some advice and suggestion time at the end of our presentation.
Of course, thank you.
Yeah, cool, no worries. So right now we still have like around 5 groups from Taiwan. So right now, can't wait to invite next group. So let's welcome Aplux Technology to come onto the stage. A round of applause.
Hello, thank you for your introduction. My name is Ola. I'm here today to illustrate how AIPlux democratizing the intellectual property. AIPlux is a startup founded in 2019, and we are a legal tech company. And our main goal is to make a cross-border intellectual property application available for everyone. Okay, if you have ever tried to apply or filing for a cross-border intellectual property, like patent or trademark, you will find yourself facing an mind-numbingly time-consuming process and also expensive. This is due to the language barriers and local regulation. And this hard-to-get cross-border patent or trademark makes startups and SMEs to wondering the effort I put in and the result I get from. Does it worth? So a lot of startups and SMEs think intellectual property is not useful. They are useless. So is this true? Is intellectual property really useless? According to WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, the annual economic loss caused from insufficient intellectual property protection is $50 billion a year, and 90% of which happens in Asia. And also, this also reflects the market value of my industry, the intellectual property market. Actually, in Taiwan alone, the estimated market value is 1.9 billion, and but we are aiming for the global 71 billion. And first step, what we need to do, what needs to be done here is we are transforming the traditionally asking to searching, because we do not want people who need intellectual property protection to ask law firms, to consulting lawyers. We want a web page, we want the SaaS platform for them to just search what they want. Like if they can apply for a certain trademark, if a patent is already exist. This is our first step and our first product, LOFA, Logo Online Filing Assistant. LOFA is a trademark application platform. You can use it to apply for trademarks across foreign trademarks like China, USA, Singapore. And we provide NLP recommendation, natural language processing recommendation, and risk assessment. And with our risk assessment and the recommendation, you can file for a trademark with the approval rate over 90%. And our time is 5 to 6 minutes. You can finish the applying process. And also, we also provide a free trademark search engine. And once you got your trademark, what to do next is management and monitoring. You have a trademark. How do you know when is the next time you need to pay the extension fee? Or what's your status of your trademark? Like, is approving or what? And also the most important is someone is using your trademark illegally. How do you know that? Our monitoring program. And we do not only just provide you monitoring. We also, when the infringement or plagiarism happens, we also preserve the evidence for you. And once you really want to do some legal action about it, we can use AI-generated legal documents, also include letter of demand, statement of settlement, and the contract of IP authorization. And this is all generated by AI. Of course, it needs to be some fine touching, but it saves you tons of time. And our business model. We have 3 sources of income that constitutes our business model. First one is just like we said, direct users. They go to our SaaS platform and apply for trademark through our platform and pay us. And we also licensing our service, our platform, to legal firm and accounting firm for they to have a regular collaboration. And also we open our API to other SaaS and design tools. And these are the 3 major sources of our income. And our traction since the 2021, we launched our service. We have already helped 1,500 brands to own their trademark and have 3,000 applications. And our revenue this year from Q1 and Q2 is 600,000. And our forecasting is $1 million this year. And next year, we are wishing to double it. And these are our clients, some of our clients. Just have a quick look. And our core team, Alfred Wu is our founder and CEO. He has 20 years of experience in intellectual property, and he is also the one who brings up the idea that democratizing intellectual property, because intellectual property is currently used by large entrepreneurs to protect their economic system, and their intellectual property currently are expensive, time-consuming, so we want to make everyone available, intellectual property available for everyone. So he brings up the idea of democratizing intellectual property. And our COO is the brother of our CEO. He has 10 years of trademarks experience. And Mr. Zhang Mingzhi, he is running for Tainan City Council Senator, and he is the one who invented the mask map. He is our head engineer. And finally, our star, we have Professor Liu Shangzhi. He is the honor professor in Cheng Kung University. He is the godfather or tycoon of IP, intellectual property, in Taiwan and also in Southeast Asia. And because of Liu Shangzhi, we have a connection to Singapore. And most of the professors in SUCC, Singapore University of Social Science, is the IP department is the students of Liu Shangzhi, so we have a strong connection over there. And our next step, our plan to go abroad. We are starting from Singapore, and we are moving our headquarters to Singapore actually this year, and we will push out the subscription-based time does fly. I only got 3 minutes left. Subscription-based IP monitoring and IP management platform. And then with the sound products, we will go global. like Singapore, Japan, France, US, etc. Also, and why we choose Singapore as our first step is because the language, it's because the business, it's because the e-commerce system, it's also because the FLIP, Future Law Innovation Program. And why we choose ACE program? Because Mr. Jeffrey and Miss Diana. And this is our awards. We actually have one, I would like to bring out this one. IPO program, in Entrepreneurship Excellent Award #1. This is my presentation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalie. I'm representing Slab Digital Tech. Today I'm introducing all of you our smart ship solutions. So you know that Kaohsiung is a port city. Do you know how many ships traveling on the sea right now? There's about 90,000 ships traveling around the world right now, and about 4.6 million fishing boats traveling on the sea about now. And as of now, that especially this couple of years after COVID-19, the demand of the ship is increasing because we cannot go to different countries to buy stuff. So the demand of the shipping has increased dramatically. And that's why there are some issues that we have to focus. For example, for the ship collision. So if there's a car accident, I'm sure you know who to call. You call the police. They measure the line. They measure the car and see whose fault that is. What about the ship collision? Who you gotta call? The ship is gonna move constantly. They cannot stop. So what happened when that? Who to decide the reliability and the accountability for the collisions? And secondly, for the disconnection. So everyone has a phone right now. We ask you to turn off your phone and not look at your phone for 1 minute. But imagine when ship go on a sea for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, they don't have Wi-Fi. Often they report back to the shore once a day or twice a day. So for the rest of the day, you don't know where they are, what they are doing. And that's why that we have to bring up the issue today. So the third is the carbon emission. So imagine if all the ships were a country, they are responsible for 2.9% of the global carbon emission, which is huge. For Taiwan, it's about 0.14%. For Singapore, it's about 0.7%. So if ship were a country representing actually 2.9% of the carbon emissions. So there are the issues that we cannot ignore. And that's why we are here today to tell you about our smart ship solutions. So we're representing 3 of our services. The first service that we're representing is our Slab Traffic. Slab Traffic is a web platform. It's a SaaS service platform that allow people to track their fleet position in real time. So if we have a lot of actually fishing boat or cruise owners in Kaohsiung. They would like to know where their ship is right now at this current moment. They would like to know the safety of their ship, where they are going, what's the next port they are going, and that's the service we're providing. The next one is Ship Resource Platform. It's an SRP service. It's very similar to ERP service. It's where we incorporate the big data and also the data from the ship owners. When we incorporate the real data and the big data all together, we present you the Ship Resource Platform. The third service we're providing is the Ship IT. So all of the services actually are connecting together. With all the big data we collected together and with the real data from the ship owner and also with the ship IoT that we are doing on the boat, we can help all the ship owners to analyze and provide them the real service that they need. So allow me to introduce you a little bit about AIS. Thank you. So AIS is the previous one. AIS is the automatic identification system where email actually require all the ship to sending signal to other ship, tell them where they are, the anchor they are going, the destination they are going. This is how we preventing all the ship to have ship collisions or the accident happens. But it's sending a signal constantly. All the ship is sending signals constantly. It's unstructured, it's encrypted. So with us, our service, we actually collecting all this data together, and with the map, the nautical map, and with the weather information, with the data mining services, we provide with the Slab traffic platform. With the platform, there's 5 big functions that we provided. The first one is the route optimization, and like I mentioned, that we actually have all the big data together. We track the ship positions. We know where they're going. We know the the most popular route they are going, so we can provide them some suggestions how the route, when they are traveling from port to port, what's the best route to go with. So that's the first service that we provided. Secondly, for the historic track. So when there's a collision happen on the sea, it's very important to have a data to track back how the ship are going, the angles they are going. This way, we can determine the accountability and the faults of the ship owners. And that's the second service that we provided. Third is the danger zone. So we all know that in this current month, there's a lot of military exercises happening. With our services, we can mark the danger zone for the position. And this way, if the shipping boats are going a similar routes, they can avoid it or go to different routes. And it's very similar to piracy area. So if there's an area with a pirate potentially, then we can warn the ship owners and tell them to go a different route. Or for fishing boats, if we can track all the routes together, we can actually tell them where are the most popular area for people to go fishing for certain type of fish. So there's a lot of usage for the real data that we collected and provided. And the fourth one is the ESG. So for EMO, like I mentioned, actually, if ship were a country, all of ship are the country, they are responsible for 2.9% of the carbon emission. So the International Maritime Organization has regulated that all the ship has to apply to a certain grade of the carbon emission. So A being the greatest, E being the worst. If they are being rated to D or E, D for 3 consecutive years or E, then it's very possible they get banned for shipping. They cannot go on the ship. They cannot go on their mission anymore. So we have to calculate their carbon emission for them and tell them that next year it's very possible your rating is going to go down. If rating go down, then what can you do to increase your rating to make sure that your ship can continue sailing on the sea? Lastly is the notification. So with the AI data that we collected, we can actually push back, use the AI technology, push back some warnings back to the ship and tell them that maybe there's a bad weather coming. You have to be aware of the route that you're going and avoid that, or just don't go out, to fishing right now. So those are the big 5 functions that we provided. And the second service that we have is the SRP. So with all the real big data that we collected, if we can work with the ship owners and collect the real data from them, this way we get to incorporate their, let's say, fleet management, their crew management, all their other internal data all together, provide them with even more deepened service that we can provide. And then it's the ship IoT. So like I mentioned, on the ship, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no internet. The only Wi-Fi they provide is through satellite. Satellite has very limited bandwidth. So how to allocate the available bandwidth, allow the data to transfer back from the ship to shore is very important. And that's what we do. We make sure that the ship have available bandwidth and travel the data from the ship to back to the shore, and we collect the data. So IoT is very important also on the ship. Without allocating the bandwidth correctly, it's nearly impossible to do the real data analysis. And this is just some of the real cases that we incorporate on the ship. And this is the current direction that we're going with the very popular concept of the digital team, digital twin, and smart ship. This is also where we are working with right now. And these are our actual clients that we've been serving right now. CSBC is our client, Yangming is our client, and we all help them with their the ships. And we're hoping that Kaohsiung is a port city, and Singapore is also a port city. We hope that in the very near future, we can actually go to international different ports and provide the same service that we provide in Kaohsiung or in Taiwan, and hoping that we can become one of the very important players in the maritime market. So with our with our management teams, the very important thing is that we have people not only understand IoT, understand the platform design, understand the software. We also have to understand the IMO regulation, the maritime regulation, all the knowledge all together, and that's it, construct the whole team together. So this year, we do push out our service, which what I mentioned, the Slack traffic. It's a SaaS service. It's a web SaaS service. We hope that we can provide our service to all the ships in Taiwan and across the board, and that's our goal for 2023. And that'll be my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Iris from Unijun. We are AI interactive fitness platform. Because of COVID-19, everyone cannot go outside and only can stay at home. So we create this platform, want to let everyone can exercise anytime and anywhere. And we see the problem is people need to stay at home and don't know how to self-training. And the fitness is always very expensive and no feedback from the trainer. And this is our solution. Our platform is very convenient and have a lot of courses you can choose, and the motion collection and the interactive, and we are very affordable. And now we see our brand video. As you can see, our platform have the AI mode and the AR mode, and then you will know your action is correct or not when you exercise with our surface. And this is our product logic from bottom to the top. And we have AI human recognition, and then we will detect your people's skeleton point, and then compare to our cloud library, and with your phone or TV set-top box, and with the camera. And our program from child to the teenager to the elder people, so we have a lot of courses you can choose. And this is our second generation product is UniHome. You only just need the TV set-top box and with the web camera and have the TV at home, and you can make your room be a dream. And we have a real-time motion feedback and have a lot of courses you can choose. And then this is UniCell. With the phone, you can exercise anytime and anywhere, and with the 5G network. And we have a lot of professional trainer can provide you if you want to train with the yoga or combat, and then you can choose any courses you want. And compared to our product, you don't need to buy any equipment, and our monthly fee is very cheap than other product. And we have the motion capture and the content cooperation. This is Unijun business models, And the first one, we incorporate with the telecom, and they always provide the 5G package prices for the customer. And the second one, we will cooperate with the government. And the last month, we incorporate new Taipei City government and also with Kaohsiung City government to provide our service to the students, and they can exercise at home in the summer vacations. And the third one, we will provide some business plan for the business company to provide the employee can exercise or have any competitions. And this is Unijin Honor and Award. We are the China Telecom 5G Information and Application Competition Champion. And our global business development status, we already launched our service last year in November with Chunghwa Telecom. And in July this year, we incorporate with the China Unicom in China. And we launch our service in Singapore with Singtel. And in the future, we will launch in Hong Kong with Smart Home, in Thailand with the Chu. We are looking for investor and the regional business partner. This is Unijin. We hope everyone can exercise anytime and anywhere with the phone, and very affordable and fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Unijin, to give us.
Hello guys, my name is Joe. The best one always come the last one. So I'm the last group in this team. All right. So yeah, my pro guide, a company who can help you to find a tour guide around the world. So as you are a tourist, think about it. When you are traveling around, maybe you need to find a tour guide, but you don't know where to find it. And the other thing, actually tour guide, they are just sitting there and waiting for your call. All right? So how can we make these two parties to see each other? Here is our solution. We put the tour guides on a cell phone. It's very similar as an Uber for customers to find it. This is our product look like. For example, Singapore. Once you turn it on, you can just try to see the tour guide around you, check the profile, check the detail, even you can see their reviews. If you like this guide, check the category, choose the time and date, and pay, and you're gonna see him later. All right, so the business model for this one, we got 74 million pure travelers, pure, which means they are not booking anything. All right, and each transaction, each tour is getting about like 150. We're taking about 28% of the commission, which is $42. For 5 years, for this business model, it can be 3.1 billion for the revenue. All right, so in tourism industry, I think this app or this function, it will be super important for you in the future. So you guys can start to download it now. All right. I haven't done yet. All right. So why we can do this? Because we are the expert in the market. So I founded this company 6 years ago. All the tour guides here, you can see they are with a different face, but with the same uniform. Because we want to help the tour customers to find the tour guides everywhere around the world. So 2016, I founded this company. So far in our platform, 15,000 tour guides in 32 cities. And in these 6 years, 500,000 customers is our customers. All right, we are the key partner for these platforms. For example, when you are traveling, many of you guys is coming here to find a tour, right? But in these companies, they don't have any tour guide. So that's why they need us. We are their tour guide supplier. That is why no matter where you book the tour, you always see someone wearing the yellow. All right, and we are not just in Asia, we're also in Europe. So here, so far we're very strong in Southeast Asia. Also, we are expanding to a few of the Europe country and Africa. And we are very well. We start to making money, start from 2017 actually, making money 18, 2019, $2.1 million for the revenue. But of course, COVID, we are dropping down. But we are going up again in 2022. I will tell you why. It's not working. Thank you. All right, so we can survive in here from the COVID. Please, next one. All right, COVID is killing everybody, especially in tourism industry. But why we can survive? Because we found a solution. We are very strong. Next one, please. All right, so we are doing online tour, which is virtual tour. As you remember, we got a tour guides everywhere, right? So I can make the tour guide standing in the local, do the online streaming with you guys. Go to Japan, go to Paris. Like you can see, Olympics, Tanzania, Bhutan. Even you are able to travel, maybe you wanna come in here. All right, next one, please. So online tour equal streaming in local. 100% two-way audio interaction. Each section 30 to 60 minutes. Okay, this is called online tour. Next one, please. So in these 2 years, we already took about like 500 team building, corporate team building online tours for them. All right, except the online tour. Many of you guys been to Bangkok. You go to Bangkok, you definitely come to 四面佛 Four-Face Buddha to pray, right? But after you pray, if you don't redeem, 你没有还愿, you're gonna be the punishment. But COVID-19 is not able to make you to go there. We got a tour guide there. We pray for you. That's first one. Second, 打小人. You guys know about it, right? Okay, especially in COVID-19, many people, they don't like each other, especially couples, because you're gonna squeeze together in the same room. All right, so we help a lot of people who 打小人 in Hong Kong. Next one. That is a real case. The customers the right to pray in front of a screen. All right, they really want to hit someone. Here's a story. Here you only can see that hit the one person. But we have a real case. One of the students, they want to be the top 10 in the class. So they hit the other of his classmate. All right, that's one of the case. Please. All right, so for online tour, this model is very beautiful. You can see it here. Red color is our cost. Our cost is super low. But revenue and profit is almost equal. All right, so because we got a tour guide resource, customers database, and we got the connections. Next one. All right, for investors, please. Okay, 我自己来. Now I'm looking for $1 million. Remember, we already making money, and now we just need to speed up a little bit because we are strong. All right, so now I'm looking for $1 million, and I already got 0.2 million, and still looking for the others. And for this one, I just want to quickly to make the coverage in multiple countries. And the other round, after 2 years, I'm going to deeper. My plan, find a tour guide from Asia, Europe, and Africa. That is a huge tourism industry. If you guys got the money, start to invest me, you're gonna start from next year. After 2 years, I will get 50,000 tour guides with $8 million revenue. Okay. Remember, tourism is keep changing it, and tour guide is the key for the industry. Here is one word. Oh, that's quick. 风景美不美就靠导游一张嘴. Right? So if you don't have a good tour guide, then your tour will be boring. My name is Joe. I'm the founder of this company. And if you want to know me more, you can go buy my book. Okay, I just published this book early this year. You know, in tourism industry, during COVID-19, so boring. So I just published a book. Go get one, 280. All right, go download our app, find a tour guide around. I still got little minutes, right? I guess still got a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, 帮我按一下，谢谢. All right, thank you, but not yet done, because I know you guys maybe have some questions, please. 下来，补充资料，下来。再来。Oh, wait. Okay, I'm studying aeronautical engineering. I'm not from tourism industry. 再来，再下来，我自己来。Oh, our tour guides, all of our tour guides, their criteria, they must got a license from the government. And I also check 3 things: language, because they have to say something that customers can understand. Personality, we don't need a boring tour guide. Knowledge, there's no seating for the tour guides, so they always have to improve themselves. So why we became so popular? Because the tour guide, they got their personal page. Like you are shopping, buying an iPhone, buying a Samsung, anything, you can see the reviews about this guide. All right, if you like it, book it. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your.
Good afternoon. We are InventAI team of Chonghua Telecom Innovative Incubation Center. So about our team, my name is Liu Jiayuan. We have two products with a machine learning platform with deep flow and a voice of customers platform with deep voice. So our vision is to invent AI feature to empower better business. So we focus on B2G and B2B business model, especially in government, medical with smart health, and the financial industry. And we are ranked #1 AI platform in government. And we have some awards from Internal Innovation Challenge and the Taiwan Innotech Expo. We got gold medal with our hyperparameter tuning technology. And we also participate in NVIDIA GTC speech this spring. So what the problems and the solution want to solve? In several surveys, we found the problem is AI is very difficult, it's very hard to land in. About 41% model deployment of AI takes too long. I think maybe 80% AI project take more than 3 months. And only 47% is in experimental stage. It's very hard to deploy AI model to enterprise. And only 53% AI project is just a POC project. It's very hard to extract value from AI projects and to landing in our enterprise. So we provide deep voice. Deep flow. Deep flow is an automated AI platform. We got two important core technology called AutoML and MLOps. So in AutoML, if you are not familiar with AI algorithm or you cannot write Python code, but use AutoML, you just give me an Excel or CSV file, and we just only need 3 steps. Upload the file and choose what you want to prediction, like classification or linear prediction, and we will find the best algorithm and the best parameters for you to generate an AI model. And with our MLOps platform, we provide for the AI development process from AI developer, AI deployment, and monitor your model health. So if you are an AI engineer, you can use our very convenient online development. And with our hyperparameter tuning, you cannot tuning your hyperparameter every time and send your code upload to get a higher accuracy, because you can set a range for your parameter. And we will automatically run the hyperparameter maybe for 3 days. But after 3 days, we will give you the best hyperparameter. And if you are a marketing staff or business expertise, you can use our AutoML. And after the AI model generate, we can control our cluster resource, like many GPU servers, CPU servers, to deploy our AI model. And our AI model can deploy on on-premise platform or the Azure or AWS. Next slide, please. Okay, and let's talk about our second topic. In customer service center, like in Kaohsiung government city, maybe they have 1999 city call, but we think it's many common problems. Maybe it's a very time-consuming query and search the voice record file, and it's with many hidden information and manual classification and display data, and we don't know the key problems how to retrieve and read report. So we provide Deep Voice. Deep Voice is a AI platform with NLP technology. We can know the customer intention, emotion, and the issue tracking with the conversation from customers and agents. So we have high-speed computing technology with NVIDIA DGX A100. So we can deploy our platform on premise, like government, smart hospital, or our financial, industrial customers. And we develop our NLP technology in Taiwan. So if the customer says Taiyu or Taiwan 国语, we can hear. And the AI knows what is your intention. So our comprehensive feature about include full text translation, intention recognition, conversational search, conversational summary, subject analysis, event warning. So you can set an event warning keyword. Also, maybe in banking, maybe the credit card, the customer want to check to refuse, or you can set a keyword for changing the measure. So and we have the conversation summary, because the customer always complain many things, but we can give you a summary with 1 or 2 sentences. So this is our comprehensive features in Deep Voice. So let's recap our Deep Voice. So we got more conversational source from different phone call, or like Line, or the city major email box. And if you have the more source, we can to give you more applications, like how to provide improve our product, also how to improve our customer service plan. So if we have a real-time analysis from customer conversation, we can feedback the real-time reaction to our customer to improve higher satisfaction and higher evaluation. So in the future, if you use Deep Voice, you can find the business opportunity and to improve customer satisfaction. And maybe you can plan some process enhancements. So that's our talk. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the team and support for MOEA for the programs, and also to Meet South and Meet Taipei eventually. We actually run this program with III to execute the Singapore and Taiwan connections. So as I was talking to Siu Lan-jie, we have 27 teams, very competitive, very good Taiwan team wanted to participate in these programs. But I think we have selected the final 5. It's not just from a Taiwan perspective, but we also invited Singapore experts to join the selection process. And then eventually this 5 team will go to Singapore to work with ACE Singapore, Enterprise Singapore, to help them with soft landing program. And also very importantly, this team has a very good international strategy to use Singapore as a launch pad into Southeast Asia market. So I think the team has very good, through this program they will get very good experience, and also Singapore team will come to Taiwan and eventually work with the Taiwan corporates. So thank you very much. I think this is very good program for both countries, and eventually we hope to work with more other international teams like Japan, Luxembourg, or even in Southeast Asia. So thank you very much, and 大家辛苦了，谢谢。
So hello everyone. So this is Cami from Sustainable Venture. It's very honored to be here to listen to all of the fantastic pitches. I do know that it's very difficult during your fundraising process, but I would like to know more about the investment possibilities after this event. So if you are looking for potential investors, please do come to me, and I will put you in the investment process, and we can talk more about the business models and also your market expansions together. Because I do think all of your business models do not limit it only in Taiwan, but also outside of Taiwan as well. Not only Singapore, but I do think many other countries as well. So please do talk to me after this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kami. So if you want to looking for more resources, talk to Kami, talk to Kami, talk to Tommy, okay? Thank you. And now I want to welcome the principal of WI Harper, Mr. Kelvin Sun, to give up some words. A round of applause. And maybe you use mine first.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kelvin from WI Harper. So I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces here, and happy to be here. Thank you, Ken, for inviting me here. I'm excited to see there's a lot of different companies, new startup coming up that has this kind of connection with Singapore. So our company, WI Harper, we have a very long relationship with Singapore from way back, over 30 years. So since like the very famous creative lab in Singapore to the latest unicorn, RWC, they do alternative plastics in Singapore and the States. And that's what we are doing the best, that we're helping the companies go in different regions and to succeed. And I'm happy to be able to participate in this kind of event to see more companies succeed through this program. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, everyone here.
Thank you, Kelvin. So next I want to invite representative of Origin Ventures, Mr. Lawrence Gao, to come onto the stage.
Hello, everyone, and I just want to congratulate the Singaporean team and the Taiwanese company. Job well done. Unfortunately, Clarence Tan of Origin cannot be in Taipei because of the quarantine requirements, so I'm here on his behalf. I live in Taiwan. I work with startups in Taiwan, and I'm very excited to learn the 3 Singaporean startups today, as well as the 5 or 6 participants from Taiwan today. So I look forward to working with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gao. So next I want to invite the manager of Smart Capital, Mr. Wei Du, to come onto the stage and give us a few words.
Hello. All right. Thanks for inviting, and I'm quite excited for hearing all of us today, and I'm also pretty excited about hearing from Singapore. And we're looking forward to for investment. And if there's any resource you're looking for in Taiwan, also let me know, and can always feel free to contact me. Thank you.
Whoa, thank you so much, like rappers. Okay, so next I want to invite investment manager of AVA, Mr. Jeff Zhuang, to come onto the stage.
Hello everyone, thanks for the team speech. And we always looking for the teams that they want to go aboard, and I think this program is a great opportunity to expand the business to Singapore and other Southeast Asia. And if you are planning to fundraising, please contact me. Thanks.
Oh, fundraising, contact to him. So really important keywords. I'm gonna get some keywords for you. Fundraising. Okay, last but not least, I want to welcome our Vice President of Cdib Capital Group, Mr. T.T. Zhang, to come up to the stage.
Hello everyone. This is TT from Cdib. So it's my honor to be here today. And from the VC standpoint point of view, a company's ability to go abroad and be able to tackle the global market is really important. And I think we all here can agree today that all the groups participating in this event has a great chance to get be successful in the global market. And Singapore is actually a very good choice if you want to expand your company worldwide for several reasons. First of all, global talent pool. So it's obviously a lot of the global talents are gathered around in Singapore, and they could be a really good resource if you want to do a BD or do fundraising events to global investor. Second of all, in terms of legal and finance structure, Singapore has a really mature structure, and it's good. It's really quite common to see companies to set up subsidiaries in Singapore and do business in other parts of Southeast Asia. And last but not least, I think there are many good investors in Singapore as well, whether it's local players like Temasek, GIC, or some big name US or Europe VC firms also have office there. So I think going to Singapore will be a really good choice. And to conclude, definitely today's group are really talented. So I would love to talk to every group today and explore opportunities for future investment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zhang. And I want to thank all of you again for your participation in this Taiwan-Singapore Startup Pitch event. And with all of your participation and support, I believe our industry innovation and also our startup company will be more vivid and amazing. Thank you again for your participation. And I'm your host for today, Miss Taiwan Joyce. I want to have a little reminder is today, we have a lot of startup companies are having their booths over here. So we are right now in Future South Future Tech Pavilion. So I want to invite all of our distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, if you got time, please walk around because we have a lot of staffs and they are right over here, and that is the best opportunities for all of you to face talk about your new ideas, give your suggestions, and just like what Mr. Zhang just talked about it and share your ideas. And I believe your suggestion will make our innovation better and better. At the end, have a wonderful day, everyone!